My name is Vanessa Maneki. I'm the brand manager here at ORAC. ORAC Branding is a top integrated branding company. We believe in two things: accountable marketing and helping and making sure your brand is one that supports and connects with its customers' journey. ORAC is 3 years old now, and as we grew the business, we noticed a huge branding knowledge gap between brand owners and branding agencies. That is why we developed the integrated branding training, which includes the digital branding curriculum, the graphics and brand guidelines curriculum, the branding calendar, and the branding scorecard. Today, we'll be focusing on the branding scorecard, which will focus on how do you communicate with your audience, with your target audience, and how do you use a mixture of digital branding, experiential branding, and promotional branding strategies. Monene Gidera will be our trainer today, but before I invite him, I would like to hear from some of you. Just tell us who you are, what business you're running, what services you're offering, and the biggest challenge that you have in regard to branding. Victoria? Can you tell us what business you run and the challenge that you're having in regards to branding?
We can go to someone else, maybe.
Yeah, if Victoria is not available, she is.
Sorry for that. My name is Victoria Mulwa. I'm the CEO, Arop Group Limited. Arop Group Limited, we are a background screening company where we do verification of various documents and also due diligence and investigations. Well, I can say I'm a great beneficiary of ORAC branding because background screening is a very new terminology in the industry. Many people don't or did not know what is background screening, but through social platforms, we have created a feasibility of what background screening is, and people have reacted and gotten to us for more information and for more business. So I can say I'm so curious to get better and better, well known by brand. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. Next, I'll invite S. Andenyi to tell us your business and the challenge that you're having in regards to branding.
Good evening. I don't run a business yet, so I'm here for general knowledge.
Okay. That is good. You'll definitely learn something. Mary Modhoni.
Before she speaks, Mary Mudhoni is the president of Women in Business Kenya.
Yeah.
So we are very honored.
Oh my God, Munene. I'm here on behalf of my company, but thanks for the note. Hi everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Mary Modoni. I am here to get more knowledge. I run a company called Red Ruby. It's a consultancy company, and I think I would really want to push it out. So I'm glad to be here tonight. And thanks, Munene, for inboxing me.
Thank you. I also Victoria Mulwa didn't say that she's also the president of ASIS WIS Kenya. We are also very honored, Victoria.
Thank you.
Vanessa, you can go on.
Thank you. It's good to hear from you. Thank you all for joining today. We are going to, without wasting any more time, we are going to get into the training and hear about the branding scorecard. So what will we learn? Monene will tell us the objectives and what we will learn. Take some notes and also keep your questions coming. You can put them on the chat or ask them during the Q&A session. Welcome, Monene.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. Again, I welcome everyone on the webinar, everyone on Facebook.
Munene, I don't seem to hear you. I don't know if it's me.
Wow, I was mute. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Wow, I think I was on mute the whole time. Sorry about that. So like Vanessa has said, we are ORAC Branding, and we developed the integrated branding curriculum because we saw a very big knowledge gap in the market. And it has 4 curriculums. The first one is the digital branding curriculum, which we did on our first webinar. The second one was on brand identity design. The third one is the branding scorecard, which we are doing today. And the fourth one will be the branding calendar. So the branding scorecard is a guide for your marketing campaigns. And today we will learn 1, how to understand the branding processes, 2, understand the perfect branding mixes, 3, understand how to get your customer needs, and 4, understand target markets. So as customers, we no longer want to feel, as consumers, we no longer want to feel like customers. We want to be part of a brand, we want to build trust, and we want to feel connected. So basically, if you are growing your brand, this should be one of your goals: building trust and letting your customers feel connected with your business. So when you're considering to run a marketing campaign, our proposed model would be digital branding 50%. And these are your website, your apps, your social media channels, your podcasts, your email marketing, your email banners, your video marketing, content marketing. Then 30% experiential branding. And this is creating a touch point between your brand and its customers. For example, if you produce unga ya ugali, you can do an activation in a mall, and you can do a contest ya people to cook ugali, and you can capture that and push it online through digital branding. Then the last one is promotional branding, 20%. And promotional branding, it has two aspects. One, we have the above the line, which are your TV, newspaper, radio, billboards, adverts. Then we have the promotional items, things like water bottles, branded carrier bags, etc. So the next thing would be traditional marketing. And traditional marketing focuses on selling the products produced, visibility, infotainment. The most common channels are TV, radio, newspaper, out-of-home advertising. Marketers love it because it is easier for their audiences to trust and understand. So if you see a company doing more than 10 billboards in Nairobi, the perception you have about that company is that they have the capacity to produce products and services that you would like. Modern marketing, this relates to the present and recent times, and it focuses more on customer experiences, brand engagements, and also selling the products or services produced. The most common channels in modern marketing include social media, influencer marketing, search engines, including Google, online marketplaces, WhatsApp groups, apps, SMS marketing, Skiza Bizna, and webinars like we are doing tonight. Why do marketers love it? It's very customizable. You can customize the appearance, you can customize the content. It has a greater reach, a global reach. It is cost effective compared to traditional marketing. Then it is very dynamic. People can watch your content on demand. Then it is more targeted. You can target more people more specifically. Then we go to the marketing mix has changed from, we know the popular marketing mix has been products, produced, price, place, and promotion. Now they have tremendously changed to customer needs and wants, cost to satisfy, convenience, and communication. So if you're doing a business plan right now, you're doing a brand strategy right now, you have to focus on customer needs and wants, cost to satisfy, convenience, and communication. Points to note on this is one, have the best customer service, have efficient after-sale services, collect, execute, and keep customer feedbacks, and then collect, execute, and keep customer data. Then we go to age groups marketing. The silent generation, these are people now between 75 to 92 years old. Baby boomers are now between 56 and 74 years old. Generation X are now between 40 and 55 years old. Millennials, I'm a millennial myself, we are between 24 and 39 years old. Then post-millennials are between 0 and 23 years old now. So what marketing approach would you take on each generation? The silent generation, they are most receptive to recommendations from family and friends. They are motivated by their unique personalities, brand loyalty, values, and morals. So if you have a product or a service that is targeting this generation, you have to focus on brand loyalty through values and morals. Most probably the products that they have used over the years, they are the same products that they will mostly consider. Also, you can target the people who make decisions for them as well, their children, all their children's children. Then we have baby boomers. They have the highest value as consumers in the market today. They are very receptive to direct marketing. They like one-on-one engagements. Then take advantage of brand loyalty. Go for the upsell if you have a product or a service for them. Then tie in cashback because of the commitment they have to products and services once they see the value. Then marketing tactics seen as intrusive on their personal lives are not welcomed. For this generation, a strategy like retargeting on Facebook and websites might not really work well because they're always seen as intrusive. Then skip the discounts because, as we say, this generation has the highest value as consumers in the market today. Then Generation X, they are most dedicated to lists while shopping. They make the most unplanned purchases on their shopping trips. They are the true hybrid when it comes to marketing because they grew up without the online shopping experience. So they still enjoy a trip to the market, but they have fully embraced online shopping as well. This generation, they fully embrace email marketing because they are always plugged on email. So email marketing to this generation will be very effective. Then for they don't move with trends. So your product or service has to have a lot of value to society, to the environment, and benefits. So millennials, most responsive to online shopping opportunities and shopping is. Recommendations from family and friends also work very well. This generation decides where to eat based on Instagram pictures. They choose hairstyles from Facebook, and we love to see our grocery delivered to our door. The key thing when you're focusing on millennials is focus on innovation. Millennials love the next big thing. So if you're marketing to millennials, you should take an approach that shows a new perspective on a common problem or task. I'm sure we've seen the iPhone. Every year they have an iPhone new series, iPhone 11, iPhone 12. That is a strategy targeted to the millennials because they love the next big thing. Also use reviews, use incentives and offers, use rewards and loyalty programs. And all these have to be channeled through mobile or social media. Post-millennials, they are most responsive to their opinion shapers, family and friends. Again, they are motivated by shopping ease, brands that have a purpose and inspire them. So if you're targeting post-millennials, you have to speak to them in an inspiring way. That is how they get to decide the brands they will consume. Then we move on to target market generalization. And the first thing we have is mass market. And mass market is more price oriented. For example, the 10 shillings Omo. Then we have niche market, more quality and personal experience oriented. For example, USIU, they focus on quality, world-class education. Then we have market segmentation. These are your premium services oriented. For example, the Lamborghini. Then we have diversification. This is having different products and services. For example, Unilever has Blue Band, they have Omo, they have shoe polish. The list is endless. Then we have multi-line, a product that has different revenue streams. Then you have to understand your customer journey. For example, if Monene is your customer today, and next year I will be married, and 2 years from now I'll be a parent. So you need to map my customer journey know how to communicate to me, know how to reoffer your products and services to me. Then you have to know your customer habits, e.g., are they free on weekends? Is that the time they can consume your content more? Is that the time they can visit your shop for a few hours? Then you also have to know customer spending habits. Like, for example, when do your customers buy in bulk? When do they buy in small quantities? When do they buy with credit? When do they not buy at all? Etc., etc. So social media channels and their roles. Facebook is key for target marketing, retargeting, WhatsApp integration, Facebook groups. Twitter is key for brand conversations, target marketing, and hashtag marketing. What Twitter does, it displays the top trending topics in every country. And for you to be on the trending list, you have to have so many impressions. So if you're launching a product or a service, hashtag marketing is a consideration. Instagram is key for sharing experiences on stories and feeds. LinkedIn is key for content marketing, which helps position your brand as a very professional brand. So LinkedIn has a niche that attracts professionals in every industry, decision makers. So on LinkedIn, you have to position your content very professionally. YouTube is key for branded episodes and real-time storytelling. So your video marketing, your video profiles, the videos you want your customers to consume on demand, YouTube is the best channel for that. Then we go to promotional items, and giving out promotional items is a great way to keep your brand's name in front of past and potential customers. Some of the most common promotional items include pens, t-shirts, food, water bottles, reusable shopping bags, calendars, etc. The trend right now, what we're advising our clients is that your promotional items should either be of choice or customized to your audience. For example, if you target women and you want to give out promotional items, giving them branded carrier bags will be more effective. If you're targeting creatives, for example, attending a conference, giving them branded flash discs will be very effective. So if you're thinking of promotional items, think of choice and customizing it to your customers. Then we go to out-of-home advertising, and basically it focuses on your consumers when they are on the go. The most common channels, we have billboards, we have the static ones, and we have I'm sure you've seen buses wrapped with advertising. Those are called transit advertising. Then we have LED screens. They are all over town. We have transit advertising. We have signage. We have point of sale displays, street furniture, guerrilla advertising. Then we go to brand activation. And this is creating touch points between your brand and its customers, pulling consumers into your brand rather than pushing the brand at them. So some people are doing conferences as a way of brand activation. Some people do music concerts. So it's actually understanding what your brand offers, who your audience is, how you can reach them, what they like, the kind of experiences they would like, and offering them those experiences. For example, malls can have skating sessions, VR gaming. Automotive brands can do themed road trips as activations for their brand. Then we go to research and data collection. Knowledge is power. Business research enables your business understand the entire market, understand how your business should communicate more effectively, understand how your business fits in, understand how your business should innovate, understand how to plan for investments and minimize risk. Some of the methods you can use to research and collect data are: one, unformatted dialogues. For example, you can simply post on our WhatsApp group and ask, which is the best restaurant in Nairobi, which is the best soap to use, and you will get so many feedbacks, and you can use that feedback as data. Then you have conjoint analysis. Then we have site visits, and site visits basically is stepping into the shoes of your consumer, visiting their offices, visiting their environments, visiting their manufacturing plants. Wherever your clients are, you go for a site visit, you see the needs firsthand. Then the other one is feedback dashboards. This basically is, you can erect a box in the office or anywhere you think your customers will can leave data easily, and this will help you to, I'm sure you've seen it in offices, written suggestion box where people can leave their suggestion there, and then every week they are collected and analyzed. Then we have focus groups, and this is basically, it involves a small group of people that share a common set characteristics, and they participate in a discussion led by a moderator. You can take a community, you can take your customers, you can group them into 5, into 10, and have them discuss a particular topic regarding to your products or services. And from there, you can collect very good data. The other one is in-depth interviews. You can interview someone for an hour, for hours, just to get, in-depth data. Intercepts, for example, a mall. If you have a product, you can go to, for example, Thika Road Mall and choose to, you can stay outside one of the supermarkets and talk to people who are coming out of the supermarket. Just ask them questions regarding their habits, regarding your products or services. Then we have secondary research, and this is analyzing research that had been published at an earlier time to use it for your new research. That research will help you build on the new research. Then we have secret shopping. This is, you can pose as a customer and see how your product is being perceived out there. The most common ones for growing businesses and startups is the surveys. And this one you can create using Google Forms or SurveyMonkey. And you can share on your WhatsApp, you can share on text, you can share on your email. Then we have usability labs, and this is an environment where users are studied interacting with the product for the sake of evaluating the system's usability. Then we move on to design thinking, and this is a cognitive, strategic, and practical processes which seeks to understand users, challenge assumptions, redefine problems, and create innovative solutions to prototype. So this is basically disrupting yourself, always disrupting yourself as a business owner, asking yourself, what are the challenges my customers have right now? What are the assumptions they have right now? What are the problems? How can we innovate around those problems? And I'll give you, and companies that have really grown from design thinking are Google, Apple, Airbnb. A good example is Oracle branding as well. We saw the gap, the knowledge gap, and we decided to develop an integrated branding curriculum. Now we're on the stage of developing the branding app, just to make sure that the knowledge will reach as many entrepreneurs as possible. Then future marketing, referral marketing, and the backbone of referral marketing is great customer experiences. So you have to make sure that your customer experiences are very good so that people are talking about your brand online and offline. You can also use incentives to promote referral marketing through your clients. Then we have generational marketing. This is, I talked about it in the age groups marketing. Then we have AR marketing. This is the ability to add digital elements in order to perceive a live view with the help of a camera. This is what is coming up. This is an example of AR marketing. For example, you're shopping for a suit. What you do, you just point the suit with your phone and you can see yourself dressed up in that suit. Another future of marketing is online marketplaces. We have the likes of Jumia, Amazon, and so many others. So if your product or services can fit in a online marketplace, you can consider that as a strategy. Then we have AI in marketing, and this is basically using customer data to improve marketing strategies. All the channels, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, they're using AI marketing right now to make sure that marketing goals are achieved. Then the different types of digital media. We have the paid media, we have the owned media, we have the earned media. Paid media, for example, you have only 3 likes on your Facebook page and you want it to have 10,000 likes. You can pay Facebook to give you more likes, more page likes, and you can put that as the marketing goal. Then we have owned media. This is consistently posting on your channels, for example, Facebook, for example, YouTube, and making sure that it is useful and helpful. Then the third one is earned media. This is when people share your posts, when people mention you, when influential people talk about your brand on social media. That is earned media. A broader explanation of the digital marketing mix. For earned media, you can have things like reviews, media coverage, guest posts, mentions, social shares, influencers. For paid, you can have pay-per-click on Google, you can have display ads on YouTube, you can have remarketing on your website, and on Facebook, you can have paid social media, native ads, you can have paid influencers. Owned media, you can have your website, your blog, your profiles, your email, your social pages. And we are done with the branding scorecard. I'll do a quick recap as we prepare our questions. So we say the branding scorecard is a guide for marketing campaigns. One of the key objectives was to understand the perfect branding mixes. Then we said our proposed model would be digital branding 50%, experiential branding 30%, promotional branding 20% to get your brand out there. Then on traditional marketing, we say that the key thing is visibility and selling the products produced. The most common channels are TV and radio. And then marketers love it because it creates a perception of trust and capacity. Modern marketing, We say that it focuses more on customer experiences and brand engagements. Most common channels are social media and search engines, WhatsApp groups, etc. Then marketers love it because it's customizable, it's dynamic, and it's more targeted. Then we say that the marketing mix has changed to customer needs and wants, cost to satisfy, convenience, and communication. Then we had the age groups marketing, we had the silent generation, we had baby boomers, we had Generation X, we had millennials, we had post-millennials. Then we say the target market generalization, we have the mass market, we have the niche market, we have the market segmentation, we have diversification, we have multi-line, we have the customer journey, customer habits, and customer spending habits. Then we say social media, the social media channels. Facebook is very key for target marketing and WhatsApp integration. Twitter is key for hashtag marketing and brand conversations. We said Instagram is key for sharing experiences on stories and feeds. LinkedIn has a niche for professionals, so content marketing will be very effective. We said YouTube is key for branded episodes and real-time storytelling. Then for promotional items, we said if you can allow your audience to choose or customize the promotional items for them, the better. Out-of-home advertising, most common channels being billboards and LED screens. Brand activation, what activities are you doing to engage your audiences, your customers, every now and then? Then research, we looked at unformatted dialogues, conjoint analysis, site visits, feedback dashboards, focus groups, in-depth interviews, intercepts, secondary research, secret shopping, surveys, usability labs. Then design thinking, we said this is basically disrupting yourself, always innovating through the challenges and problems that your customers have. Future marketing, we said referral marketing, your customer experiences have to be great. Then we had generational marketing, we had AR marketing, then we had online marketplaces, then we had AI in marketing. The different types of digital media, we had paid media, owned media, and earned media. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Monene. That was a very informative training session. We have definitely learned a lot. So now we can get into the Q&A session. I can see some questions on the chat. John Kim wants to know more about AI. Can you talk a little bit more about AI? Monene, just a little bit more. Being in the suit.
Being in the?
Being in the suit, the augmented reality.
Okay. Thank you, John. It's John.
Yes.
So John, AR marketing, it's basically you're giving your customers that experience through your mobile. For example, if I want to buy furniture for my house, and I don't know if they will perfectly fit in my space. So what I do, before I go to the shop, I take a picture of my space, and then when I go to that shop, if they have the AR enabled, I simply take a photo of the furniture, and that system is able to place that furniture in your space, the one that you took a photo, and you can see exactly how that furniture will fit in your house. For the suit as well, if you want to buy a suit, instead of simply putting on every suit, you can take a picture of yourself and then point your camera to those suits, and then you will see how you look in that suit. Yes, it's a technology that it has been fully embraced in America, in the Western world, but Africa is yet to embrace. But we have some brands who are embracing that technology. Yes.
Thank you, Monene. Yes, the augmented reality is coming alive now. We are starting to take note of it, and soon it will be what we'll be using. Definitely. So if you have a question, you can raise your hand and ask it, or if you want, you can also post it in the chat, and I will ask the question. So do we have any questions? I saw some new people have joined us. Thank you for joining us. QD, Dennis K, welcome. Daniel, welcome. You can raise your hand or put your question in the chat. Do you have any questions? As we wait for you to come up with the questions, maybe Monene, you can tell us more on what guerrilla advertising is about.
Thank you. Guerrilla advertising is going out. The most commonly we refer to sales, direct sales. You have sales representatives. That is an aspect of guerrilla marketing. Then you've seen, I don't know if you've seen in town, there's a particular business that gives their employees, banners to, hold up while they're walking in town. So that is guerrilla marketing, using actual people to promote the business.
Thank you. Thank you, Monene. Daniel has said spot on. I read his mind on that, on guerrilla advertising. Do we have any more? Do we have any other questions? It doesn't have to be related to the training. Whatever branding question you have, we can always answer it. Okay, as we wait for other questions, maybe Monene, you can tell us how can we determine our audience? How do we determine where our audience lies? Like, for example, I'm selling a product, but I'm not sure who my audience exactly is. How can I figure that out? If I say, let's say I'm selling my product, or I have a shop, and I want to use these marketing tactics that we've talked about, but I don't know where exactly my audience lies. Are they in the millennials? Are they baby boomers? I'm not sure, or I'm finding like they are a mixture of all of those. So how do I clearly identify my target audience?
So Thank you for the question. You that's you can collect data, like we said, and data can be the one that you see for yourself. You see that most of the people who come to my office at this particular age, most of the people who buy my product are children. Most of the people who come to my hotel, um, well, again, they are in this kind of age. So that is a way to know that you are serving this kind of customers. Again, you can have a form to fill, maybe, where you ask for age, and that can help you again know your target audience. Yes.
Okay, thank you. There are some questions on the chat. Daniel is asking, please share more on the ratios you referred to, about, and how to blend those. So I think these are the ratios of digital marketing, promotional, and experiential. Share more on those ratios.
So yes, thank you, Daniel. So we say 50% digital branding because most people right now are on mobile and on social media. So you have to connect with them more on social media and on mobile. So with the assumption that your marketing budget is 100%, 50% should go to digital branding. Creating your website, creating your social media channels, creating your content, creating your videos, your apps. Then 30% should go into creating those experiences. Do you want to set up a tent at Kencom and have models and a DJ talk about your brand, have activities that will make sure that people come to engage with your brand? And then for promotional branding, 20%. This is where you focus on the above the line advertising, newspaper, TV, billboards, and then as well you can do promotional items. You can give out t-shirts, you can give out calendars, you can give out wristbands, carrier bags, water bottles, etc.
Okay, thank you. John S. Andeni is asking, how do you gauge the direct impact or ROI of branding on your business?
Thank
How
you.
do you gauge? Okay.
The first one is sales. Your sales have to improve. Your engagements as well have to improve, both online and offline. Your visibility has to be very high as well. And then each channel right now gives reports and analytics every time you do a branding campaign. So yes, in simply, your sales have to improve, your engagement have to improve, your visibility have to improve. Yes. And you can always, again, in collecting data, you can always ask on which channel that particular client, which is considered a sale, came from, so that now you can directly measure the impact of your branding. If a customer tells you, I saw you after I saw an advert on Facebook, after I saw a post on LinkedIn, after you pitched a tent at Kencom, I loved the sample, so I chose to buy. You can always collect that data so that you can easily measure that direct return on investment.
Yes, sure. And whenever you are doing branding for your business, you have to set your objectives. We will start with the objectives that you will set. And these are the goals that you want to achieve, whether it is selling more, or gaining more visibility, or if it's engagement with your customers. And these are the things that you will use to measure, to know whether your branding efforts are whether you're getting a good return of investment on your branding efforts. So always go in with objectives and with something that you know that you will measure. You'll measure with, and these are the analytics that you will focus on. So John Kim is saying that you talk more on traditional marketing. And if any of the participants want to ask a question, if you want to voice out your question, you can do that. You can unmute yourself and voice out your question. It will also be good to hear your voice. So John is asking, talk more about traditional marketing.
Thank you, John. Like we said, traditional marketing focuses on visibility. It has very high visibility. Then it focuses on infotainment or edutainment. Then as well, it focuses on selling the products or services you have produced. And I'll give an example. If you're having a conversation, and let's say we've entered a supermarket and we've seen a particular product, and then one of us says, I've seen that on TV. That quickly creates a perception of trust and capacity in our minds. But then if we see another product and I say, I've seen that on social media, then my next question would be, who else has used it? Because traditional media marketing has more trust compared to modern marketing, because traditional marketing has very high budgets. So people who can afford traditional marketing are people who give a perception of trust and capacity. Yes.
Thank you, Wanene.
And the most common channels are TV, radio, newspaper, billboards, etc.
Okay. Do we have any other question? Also, remember to register. I've posted the link on the chat. You register and then we can get in touch with you after the webinar, and we'll be able to send to you the PDF or the slides that were used during this training. So remember to register. Do we have any other question? If you don't have any other question, we can hear your comments. I would love to hear from some of you, and just tell us what you've learned, what you will go and implement, and also what you would also like to learn next time, what you think we may have not touched on and would really interest you. So maybe I'll call upon somebody, maybe Daniel Nganga, can you just please unmute yourself, tell us what you've learned? Yes.
Good evening, RAC family and the guests available. Really honored to be here. There's some background noise, just No, so I've enjoyed the webinar. I saw the other one quite late. I think I don't know if I'm the one who see the link a bit late, or the link is usually maybe posted a little bit early. I think if there is some maybe 2 or 3 days notice, and then a 1-day reminder to the D-Day, maybe probably it's easy. I think sometimes you find WhatsApp full of so many things when you bump onto a message that was quite urgent and you realize the meeting is just happening. So I've enjoyed today's lesson, and I've learned about the scorecard, the branding scorecard. And I think for me, I think the shock of what I need to adjust up to is every element of the branding, of the digital branding, is loaded in itself. So you need to take time on each and each, because I believe every sub element is very important. So, but I love the approach, Munene, from doing an overview of the whole thing, so you can always picture what you have to work on your brand. And also I love the approach that these based on what is the practice of the industry, commonly, the issues that entrepreneurs are facing out there. They don't understand what is branding, and then helping people come up from, for instance, the SMEs, how you can start, where can you start with branding? And I think this gives you a better, a more informed choice. So when you are approaching branding, some people think when you put a post on Facebook, you've done it all. But when with this coverage, now you know a more professional way of how you'd invest into it. Thank you so much. So we look forward to many more. Keep going, keep going. You're following. I believe this is very, very important content, especially for people who come into business having not known a lot. There are many people who ask many questions. How is HR? How do you do taxes? How do you do? So I believe this is one of the areas people want to understand about business. How do you do branding? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. We can have one more person just say what you've learned. Mahesh Shah. Please tell us what you've learned, what you'll implement. Okay, I don't know if they're with us. So maybe Victoria. Oh, okay, Mary, just
Yes,
go on.
my first, Munene, and I want to really congratulate you. This is an amazing thing that you're doing, and especially at this time, you have already found your niche, and that is the information that you're trying to pass to the people. I would just to give you a challenge. Maybe we can do one for women in business, and we can be able to have a bigger class next time. Thank you.
All right. Yes, that would be amazing. We can definitely talk and set that up. Thank you. We appreciate your remarks. Victoria?
And I really like the content.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Monene and the team for such an informative and insightful session. I can say we perish because of lack of knowledge, and that's why we have to keep learning. I'm excited about the AR. It's something I had never heard, and I thought I know everything about branding. So every day there's something new and something to learn.
Yes.
And what I love about branding through social media, wherever, it is that eye-reaching point. I can be a testimonial because I've used Oracle to brand my company. That is Arop Group Limited. Anybody here can just go to our website or our Facebook, our LinkedIn. I used to imagine those are junk things which I don't know how they can work. We've also used it with Women in Security Kenya chapter. And we are connected globally. We are reaching people would never have reached them. So it's just to challenge you, keep that innovation, being ahead of everyone. And we are there. We will back you up and we'll really be with you. I challenge my fellow business people or even those who are in employment, wherever, try these channels. The results are awesome. I began the advertising when we were just beginning the company. And I can attest, I've never gone out marketing. People just keep on calling us and giving us business because of our visibility online. Thank you, Monene and Vanessa. Keep up the good job.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you for challenging us. And thank you for your kind remarks. Well, because of time, we won't be able to listen to everyone, but thank you QD, Mahesh Shah, and S. Andeni for joining. And even if you won't get a chance to comment, we still appreciate. I would like to get final remarks from Monene as we close the training.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you everyone who joined our webinar. Thank you everyone on Facebook Live. We hope that we've given content that is helpful and useful. So branding, like we said, my parting shot would be, branding should not be an option for any business. It should be a priority, and it will really give you that edge in your return on investment. So again, thank you so much. I'd close with, this is the integrated branding training. We have 4 curriculums. The first one is digital branding curriculum. That is our most popular. Then we have the brand identity design curriculum. Then we have the branding scorecard curriculum. Then we have the branding calendar curriculum. All this because we saw a very huge knowledge gap between growing business and branding agencies. And we are here to bridge that gap. We also execute these strategies. So we don't just train, we execute, and we do that very excellently and efficiently. Yes, you can follow us on social media at Oracle Branding on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and Google My Business. Yes, asante sana.
Thank you, Monene. So as we close, yes, the next webinar will be on the branding calendar, where we'll be talking about what do you actually post on social media. If you've been wondering what kind of content should you post on social media and when, then that is the training for you. Come one and come all. Thank you all for joining here, and those on Facebook. We'll send the webinar links and the slides to your email. I hope you have all registered. If you haven't, you can always contact us at monene@oracbranding.co.ke, vanessa@oracbranding.co.ke. Thank you all and have a good night.
Also, we want to say thank you for the partnership with Women in Business Kenya. We look forward to that.
Yes, thank you.
Most welcome.
Thank you.
Views, 5 likes, 2 comments. 29 views. Hi. It was just 3. Eh? Munene.
Yes.
Oh.
Sarah.
How was it?
Sarah bado ako nini? Bado ako live.
Sijui kaa kwa hapo ama tu.
Nimejiona kwa live.
Umejiona, lakini nime-end.
Ume-end live ya Facebook?
Nime-end.
So me, I can stop recording.
Oh, you are still recording?
Wacha ni pause.